All right, so I'm wearing my magnifier. I just want to give you a couple of deets. This is a Hispanic writer, so there's a lot of like the way they introduce people, Pedro, like Spanish words in here to show, obviously, reflect the writer. But this is a global thing. Tender is the flesh. This is definitely a horror movie, not movie, horror book. They should do a movie though, a horror book. I'm currently on 135, and this has 209 pages altogether. So only have 74 pages left. So if I divide that by, that's 37 pages. Oh, I got actually 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because today is Thursday. So 25 pages, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to wrap it up this week for December. This is the second week of December. Can I talk? I must be exhausted. Work has really drained every possible energy out of my life being. The fourth quarter is no joke. I have an OSHA project, just finished a big presentation today. I have a lot of things going on, but that's okay. I enjoy reading. That's why I'm not pressuring myself, and I'm just going at my own pace. The general synopsis of this book is that the main character used to work in his father's slaughter farm, like where they killed pigs, cows, things of that nature. But there was been an epidemic across the whole entire globe that makes all animal flesh, doesn't matter what type of animal, all animal flesh, deadly to humans to consume. So with some very good manipulation, I'm not sure how they got the world to agree with this. They agreed on cannibalism, and they raised humans for the sole purpose of eating them. And just that situation of cannibalism, you're not allowed to speak ill of it. They have all these studies showing how this special meat is good for you and the health benefits. They don't call them human. They remove their vocal cords so they can't scream like a human when they're getting slaughtered. The whole entire slaughtering process, it goes through everything. It goes through the slaughtering process, our main characters' feelings about transitioning from killing animals to now killing humans for consumption. His own tragedy, his son died of SIDS, his wife not being able to cope with it, not living with him at this point of the book, living with her mother, and him working with different vendors, handling this special meat, and one of the vendors, to apologize for some shoddy work, gave him a female of high grade quality meat. I kid you not. And of course, a man is a man. Is a man is a man. He have sex with his property, but then to call it the property, I don't know. This book has me all messed up. So I'm excited to see how it ends. How he handles the emotional turmoil. He doesn't have a good relationship with his sister. His father basically denounced eating special meat and being a vegan, and just basically losing his mind, because there's another part of the animals, the flesh, you can't eat anymore because it's deadly. But the government also said if you get scratched or bitten by an animal, you'll also get this deadly disease and die. Therefore, they killed all the animals. The only thing left is birds, I think. And what does that do with the ecosystem? They don't talk about that. Like, there's a purpose for every being. And for humans to make that decision, we're going to kill all animals. The ecosystem is all fucked up now. But I'm wondering, they touched on it, but they didn't really talk about it. Like, does it affect bugs? Because they also killed the amphibians, because he loves going to the zoo, like kind of like to decompress and ground himself. He remembers good times with going to his dad to the zoo when there were animals. So he goes there, And one of the scenes when he goes to the zoo the second time is one of my favorite scenes. But I'll save that when I actually give my final review. But yeah, this synopsis of this book is wild. Like after he, screws his female meat person, what does he do? But I think it wasn't new for him because they did address it earlier in the book that they catch men raping these people to death. And the way, like the breeding centers, they cut off the woman's arms and legs and faucets. Oh God, just, this is awful. Like, and obviously the people can't afford meat. When you die, you can go on a black market and end up becoming meat. This is just a messed up book. It's a messed up book. Humans eating humans and spinning it to make it okay. And turning our moral compass into something that belongs in the upside down world of Stranger Things. But I like it. This is my type of book. So I'm reading Tender is the Flesh now, and it's been taking me more than just a week because work has just been crazy. But during lunch break, I was able to break into her. Like I said, I've been reading her for the last couple of weeks. So I'm trying to do 32 pages a day, and I'm using a magnifier because the font's not that little. So I'm using my magnifier that I put on my glasses. Or I can use this one. I wear over my glasses, either one. But yeah, doing that, I'm really, really liking this. I have a feeling because it's going to be a book reads 5-star book. It's very disturbing because of the subject matter, but I'm really, really enjoying this, and I can't wait to share it with you guys when I'm done reading. I think I will be done reading it. So I'm in my laundry area, so sorry about any ambient noise you may hear, but I'm almost done with her. I just have this much left, and I'm excited to give you guys a final review. Spoiler alert, this is going to be a 5-star on Goodreads for me. I really, really enjoyed this. It is disturbing. But I'll go into that in more detail in my actual review. But I really enjoyed this book, really like it. I'm going to pick up some more novels from this particular author. I'm kind of obsessed. So it took me 2 extra days. Today is, well no, 1 extra day. Today is Monday. I was supposed to finish this yesterday on Sunday, but I did finish it. 5 out of 5. Really, really enjoyed this book. I'm not going to get a synopsis because I do not want to give spoilers. I want people to enjoy this book as they experience it. It is about a man that is broken. His humanity is broken. His emotional barometer is broken. And the world is in chaos. Depraved. And it just shows within human nature how far people push the line of something being lawful that in previous years would have been seen as disgusting and deprived. So it's a book about cannibalism, Tender is the Flesh. I don't think I'm giving anything away about that. But the flesh is human beings, and they eat each other. But they go through the breeding process. It's very, very regulated and controlled, so they say. And it's bad to eat meat, special meat they call it, with a first and last name, but people do it. There are parts of society that can't afford this special meat, so they call them scavengers, and they don't see them as human, but they're starving. Just that dichotomy of like feeling empathy, but then disgust. Just a whole swirl of oxymoron type of emotions going back and forth of people hunting humans, cutting off their heads and having them as trophies, as one extreme. People using humans for experimentations, them still being alive, and the people doing these experimentations totally devoid of any type of compassion. They just see the end game. It's a woman. And people abusing the individuals that they specially mate just to eat sexually, and having children from these unions, and the atrocities done to these humans' offspring. Also, kind of think of Phil. Yeah. This book left me emotionally depleted, disgusted. I felt sorry for the main character, Marcos, because he lost his young son. And it's him going through all these different scenarios. He's over a plant himself, so he knows the ins and outs of this new meat operation. And just going through all those experiences with him was heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, and disgusting, and vomit-inducing, and and they don't even talk about vegetarianism, that'll be the first thing I think people would do before they get to this point. But just the descriptions of eating body parts and what they look like, and the delicacies of the brain and the eye and the organs. And how easily the meat industry was able to shift from killing animals to killing humans. And they take out the vocal cords of these humans because, you know what? You slice it any way you want to, pun intended. But if they have a voice, it will be hard to see them as an inanimate object. And the decision at the end of the book surprised me, because in the end, he's like everybody else. He uses the item for what he wants. And I refer to her as an item because these things are objects in the book. He uses her and then disposes of her after he gains her trust. And even though everything that he's been through is atrocious and atrocities, what he did was the worst of all, because he pretended to care about somebody that he really didn't. Once he got what he wanted, he was able to easily dispose them. So I highly recommend this book, highly, highly. No, there is a lot of disturbing imagery, like I kind of discussed. So there's your trigger warning. But if you have it in you, pick this bad boy up.